If you're over 50 or someone you love is, I need you to stay with me for the next 20 minutes because what I'm about to share could genuinely change or save a life. Let me start with something that might surprise you. Every single year, millions of older adults end up in the hospital because of one single thing: falling. Not a heart attack, not a stroke, a fall. Something as simple as standing up too fast, or stepping on a loose rug, or missing a stair in dim light. And here's the part that breaks my heart every time I think about it. Most of these falls were completely preventable. One small piece of missing knowledge, one habit never built, one home that was never made safe, and suddenly someone loses their independence. Sometimes they lose their ability to walk on their own again, and sometimes, tragically, they lose much more than that. If right now you're thinking, that won't happen to me, I'm careful, please don't switch this video off. Because here's the truth nobody wants to admit. That is exactly what most people say right before it happens to them. Falls rarely come with a warning. They come quietly, on an ordinary afternoon, in a familiar hallway, in a bathroom someone has walked through 1,000 times before. So today, I'm not just going to give you one tip and send you on your way. I'm going to walk you through everything: why falls happen, the warning signs your body is already showing you, 5 practical things you can start doing today, a trick almost nobody talks about, and a few small daily habits that quietly protect you for years to come. Stay until the end, because trick number 3 is the one that surprises almost everyone who hears it for the first time. Let's get into it. Let's start by understanding why falls actually happen in the first place. Because once you understand the why, the solutions make a lot more sense. When we're young, our body manages balance almost automatically, without us even thinking about it. Muscles are strong, reaction time is fast, and the brain instantly signals, "You're losing balance, correct it," all in a fraction of a second. You barely notice it happening. But as we age, 3 systems in the body quietly start to weaken, often without any obvious symptoms until something goes wrong. The first is muscle strength, especially in the legs and the core. These are the muscles that keep us standing upright, that help us rise from a chair or a bed, and that catch us the moment our balance suddenly shifts. When these muscles weaken, even a tiny stumble that used to be nothing can turn into a full fall, simply because the body no longer has the strength to recover in time. The second is vision and depth perception. As we age, it becomes harder to see clearly in dim light, to judge the height of a step accurately, or to notice a small object resting on the floor. A change in lighting from one room to another, something many of us never think twice about, can become a genuine hazard. The third is the inner ear balance system, a tiny, often overlooked part of the body that constantly tells your brain which way is up and whether you're tilting, turning, or standing still. This system weakens with age too, which is exactly why dizziness, lightheadedness, and a general feeling of being unsteady become so much more common as the years go by. Now here is the important part. When all 3 of these weaken at the same time, weak muscles, weak vision, and a weak balance system, even a small, ordinary obstacle can turn into a serious fall. A loose rug, a wet bathroom floor, a poorly lit staircase. Things that were never a problem before suddenly become genuinely dangerous. But here is the good news, and I want you to really hear this. All 3 of these systems can be trained, strengthened, and improved, no matter your age. With the right exercises, a safer home environment, and a few simple daily habits, you can dramatically lower your risk of falling. This isn't about turning back the clock. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to protect you. Before we move into the exercises, I want you to do something important. I want you to honestly check yourself or someone you love against 5 warning signs. These are signs that tell you your fall risk may already be higher than you realize, even if nothing has happened yet. Warning sign number 1. You find yourself needing to use your hands to push off the chair or the armrests just to stand up. Warning sign number 2. While walking, one foot occasionally feels like it's dragging, scuffing, or lagging slightly behind the other. Warning sign number 3. You feel dizzy or unsteady, especially at night, especially when getting up to use the bathroom. Warning sign number 4. You've fallen once, or more than once, in the past year, even if it seemed minor at the time and you brushed it off. Warning sign number 5. You find yourself instinctively holding onto walls, furniture, door frames, or another person while walking, just to feel secure and steady. If 2 or more of these sound familiar to you or to someone you care about, please don't brush this off as just getting older. This is exactly the right moment to take action, before a fall happens, not after one already has. Now let's get into the exercises themselves. These are simple enough to do at home, with no equipment, no gym membership, and no special skills required. The first exercise is called the chair stand, and it strengthens the leg muscles that are absolutely essential for balance and everyday independence. Here is exactly how to do it. Sit on a sturdy chair, one without wheels, and one that won't slide backward when you push off it. Cross your arms gently over your chest, or if you need a bit of extra support in the beginning, hold on to the sides of the chair. Slowly stand up without jerking your body or rushing the movement. Pause for a moment at the top. Then slowly, with control, sit back down. Repeat this 10 times in a row. If this feels difficult the first few times, that's completely normal, and it's perfectly fine to use your hands for support. But as your strength builds over the coming weeks, try to gradually rely on your hands less and less. Try to do this twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. You can even do it during a commercial break while watching television. It takes less than 2 minutes. Now, I know this looks almost too simple to matter, but physical therapists use this exact movement with their senior patients more than almost any other exercise for one simple reason. It mirrors a movement you do every single day in real life. Standing up from a chair, from a bed, from the toilet. If this muscle is strong, everyday life becomes noticeably safer and easier. The second exercise is called heel-to-toe walking, and it improves balance and coordination directly. Here's how to do it. Picture a straight line running across the floor, or, if you'd like something more precise, place a strip of tape on the ground. Walk slowly along that line, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other foot, almost as though you're walking a tightrope. Pause for 2 to 3 seconds after each step before taking the next one. Take 10 to 15 steps total. For the first few attempts, I'd recommend doing this near a wall or with a sturdy piece of furniture nearby, so you always have something to hold on to if you feel even slightly unsteady. This same fundamental movement is used in Tai Chi and Pilates classes around the world, and research consistently shows that these kinds of dynamic, controlled exercises are actually more effective at preventing falls than static stretches or traditional yoga poses. The reason is simple. They train real-life balance and coordination under movement, which is exactly what your body needs while walking through daily life, not while standing still. Try to do this 4 to 5 times a week for just 5 minutes a day. Within a month, most people notice a real, tangible difference in how steady they feel on their feet. Now here's the part I really want you to lean in for, because this is the trick that almost nobody talks about, and it's the one that surprises people the most. Most people, when they think about preventing falls, focus entirely on exercise. And exercise absolutely matters. But here's what the actual data tells us. The majority of falls among older adults don't happen outside, on icy sidewalks or busy streets. They happen inside the home, in the bathroom, in the bedroom, and on the stairs. The very places we feel safest are often the places where the real danger is quietly waiting. So the real trick, the one that changes everything, is this: fall-proof your home, not just your body. Strength alone isn't enough if the environment around you is working against you. Let me walk you through 5 essential changes, one at a time. Number 1, install proper grab bars near the shower and the toilet. And please, never rely on a towel rack as a substitute. It simply isn't built to support a person's full body weight, and it can snap or pull away from the wall at the worst possible moment. Number 2, keep the path from the bedroom to the bathroom well lit throughout the night, perhaps with a simple plug-in nightlight. This matters more than people realize because most nighttime falls happen during exactly this short walk, when the eyes haven't fully adjusted after waking from sleep. Number 3, remove any loose rugs or mats that could slip or bunch up underfoot. If you want to keep them for warmth or appearance, secure them firmly to the floor with double-sided tape or a non-slip backing. Number 4, make sure every staircase in the home has a sturdy handrail, ideally on both sides, along with good, even lighting from top to bottom. And number 5, keep all walking paths clear of clutter, cables, boxes, shoes, anything that could be an unexpected obstacle underfoot, especially in hallways and near doorways. These changes typically take less than a week to put into place, and they don't cost very much at all. But they can dramatically lower fall risk, sometimes more than exercise alone ever could. The truth is, no amount of strength training fully compensates for a genuinely unsafe home environment. The two have to work together, hand in hand. There's one more factor that people overlook almost completely, and it deserves real attention: medication. Certain very common medications can cause dizziness, drowsiness, or a sudden, unexpected drop in blood pressure. This includes many blood pressure medications, sleep aids, certain pain medications, and especially the combined effect of taking multiple medications together throughout the day. If you or someone you love take more than one medication regularly, it's genuinely worth having an honest conversation with a doctor or pharmacist about this specific risk. Sometimes simply adjusting the timing of a dose or slightly modifying the dosage can meaningfully reduce dizziness without changing the treatment itself. Here's a simple, free habit you can start using today. When you wake up in the morning, or when you get up from a chair or a bed, resist the urge to stand up quickly. Sit on the edge for a full minute first, let your body adjust, and only then rise slowly and steadily. This sudden drop in blood pressure that happens when standing too quickly has a medical name: postural hypotension, and it is one of the most common, yet most overlooked, causes of dizziness and falls in older adults. I also want to briefly mention how technology has stepped in to help in recent years. There are now medical alert bracelets and smartwatches available that can actually detect when a fall has occurred and automatically send an alert to family members or emergency services, often within seconds. This is especially valuable for seniors who live alone or whose children and family live far away and can't check in as often as they'd like. If a fall happens and the person isn't able to call for help themselves, the device does it on their behalf, which can make the difference between help arriving in minutes versus hours. If someone in your life lives alone, this is genuinely worth considering. It brings real peace of mind to everyone involved, not just the person wearing it. Before we wrap up, let me clear up a couple of common myths I hear all the time, because believing them can actually increase your risk. Myth number 1, falling is just a normal part of getting older. There's nothing I can do about it. This simply isn't true. While age does increase certain risks, falling itself is not an inevitable destiny. It's a result of specific, identifiable factors: weak muscles, poor lighting, unsafe flooring, medication side effects, and every single one of these factors can be addressed. Myth number 2: if I haven't fallen yet, I don't need to worry about this. Unfortunately, the absence of a fall so far doesn't mean the risk isn't quietly building in the background. Prevention works best before the first fall, not after it. Myth number 3: using a cane or a walker means giving up my independence. In reality, the opposite is often true. Using the right mobility aid at the right time is what allows many people to remain independent for years longer than they otherwise would have, simply by preventing the kind of serious fall that could take that independence away entirely. Now, let's bring everything together into one simple, clear plan. Number 1, practice the chair stand exercise twice a day, 10 repetitions each time. Number 2, practice heel-to-toe walking 4 to 5 times a week for about 5 minutes. Number 3, fall-proof your home with grab bars, consistent night lighting, and clear, uncluttered walking paths. Number 4, review all current medications with a doctor or pharmacist, specifically asking about dizziness and fall risk. And number 5, seriously consider a fall detection wearable device, especially for anyone living alone. None of this is complicated, and none of it requires special equipment or a large budget. You can genuinely start today. Just 10 focused minutes a day, combined with a handful of small, practical changes around the house, and together they protect both your independence and your safety for years to come. And if there's someone in your life who comes to mind right now while watching this, a parent, a grandparent, a neighbor who lives alone, please don't keep this information to yourself. Share this video with them, or better yet, sit down and watch it together. Sometimes, simply showing someone that you care enough to talk about this is exactly what finally gets them to take their own safety seriously. If this video was genuinely helpful to you, please take a moment to like it and share it with your family. This is exactly the kind of knowledge that can quietly prevent a serious accident before it ever has the chance to happen. Subscribe to this channel for more practical, easy-to-follow health guidance like this every single week, always explained simply, always without confusing medical jargon, and always with real people like you and your loved ones in mind. If you have questions or there's a specific topic you'd like covered in a future video, please leave it in the comments below. I genuinely read every one. Take care of yourself and take care of the people you love. I'll see you in the next video.